Do you ever have those dreams where you re-falling and falling and falling but never seem to hit the ground? Or maybe you dream of being chased by an ominous figure with sharp teeth and claws and a taste for human flesh. Well, these seemingly bizarre and often terrifying nightly adventures are actually normal occurrences for 99% of us humans. And they can tell us a lot about what goes on in our brains when we sleep. You see, while we may not be able to recall every dream we have, we all dream several times each night. And most of our dreams occur during what's known as rapid eye movement, or REM sleep. This stage of sleep is characterized by rapid and random eye movements under closed eyelids and is associated with heightened brain activity. It typically begins about 90 minutes after we fall asleep and continues for roughly 10 to 60 minutes each time. During this period, your brain goes from sleeping to almost fully alert in just seconds. Your muscles relax, your heart rate rises, and your breathing becomes rapid and shallow. In fact, it is so mentally active during REM sleep that some scientists refer to it as paradoxical sleep, since the brain behaves so erratically while the body is paralyzed. But why does this happen? According to psychologist and sleep researcher J. Alan Hobson, dreaming serves two primary functions: generating images and stories that appear real to our sleeping minds, and helping to consolidate and process emotional memories. Hobson's theory, known as the neurocognitive theory of dreaming, proposes that dreams arise from the prefrontal cortex, the area of the brain responsible for rational thought and self-awareness. It suggests that our dreams are essentially stories our brains make up based on the information we've recently taken in and stored in our memory. According to this theory, the brain uses its existing knowledge and experiences to weave together narratives that we then experience as dreams. The neurocognitive theory also emphasizes the role of emotions in dreaming. Hobson believed that dreams provide a way for us to process and regulate our emotions, particularly those related to survival and reproduction. By revisiting and reliving emotional experiences in dreams, we can better understand and cope with them upon waking. Hobson wasn't the first to theorize on why we dream, however. As far back as the 5th century BC, ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle pondered the purpose of dreaming. He suggested that dreams were a way for the mind to enjoy itself during sleep, which was a pretty novel idea at the time, since most people believed that dreams were a reflection of supernatural forces at work in the sleeping person's life. One of the earliest scientific theories on dreaming was proposed by Sigmund Freud, the founder of psychoanalysis. Freud believed that dreams were a window into the unconscious mind, revealing our repressed desires and unresolved conflicts. He argued that dreams provided a safe outlet for these desires, which could be too taboo or overwhelming to be expressed consciously. According to Freud, the latent content of dreams, the underlying meaning and symbolism, was disguised as manifest content, the actual dream imagery and narrative to bypass censorship by the conscious mind. In the early 20th century, Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung, a student and later colleague of Freud, expanded on these ideas. Jung viewed dreams as a way for the psyche to achieve balance and harmony through the process he called dream production. Jung also introduced the concept of the collective unconscious, a universal storehouse of human experiences and archetypes that influence our dreams. Unlike Freud, who focused primarily on the sexual and aggressive aspects of dreaming, Jung saw dreams as a path to self-discovery and personal growth. He believed that dreams could provide insights into our deepest fears, aspirations, and the mysteries of the human psyche. Jung also emphasized the importance of dream symbols, seeing them as expressions of the collective unconscious and as a language of the psyche. He believed that understanding dream symbols could lead to greater self-understanding and psychological wholeness. Despite these early theories, it wasn't until the late 1970s that researchers began to uncover the biological basis of dreaming. In 1977, American neuroscientist John Allen Hobson and Canadian psychologist Robert McCarley proposed that the pons, a part of the brainstem, plays a crucial role in generating dreams. This was a significant breakthrough because it linked dreaming to observable brain activity and paved the way for future research into the neural correlates of dreaming. The Pontine theory, as it became known, marked a shift in the field of dream research away from purely psychological explanations toward a more integrated approach that considered both the brain's role in creating dreams and the influence of our past experiences and emotions on dream content. More recent studies have built on the Pontine theory, identifying specific brain regions and networks that are active during dreaming. For example, functional magnetic resonance imaging studies have revealed that the default mode network, which becomes active when our minds wander during introspection, is highly active during REM sleep. This suggests that our tendency to ruminate on past experiences and imagine future scenarios contributes to the often emotionally charged narratives of our dreams. Another area, the salience network, which helps us focus on relevant information and filter out distractions, is also active during REM sleep. This may explain why our dreams, despite their bizarre nature, often feel intensely real and emotionally compelling to those experiencing them. Research has also shed light on the role of neurotransmitters, chemical messengers in the brain in dreaming. Studies have found that levels of the neurotransmitter acetylcholine are elevated during REM sleep, and this increase is thought to contribute to the vivid imagery and intense emotions characteristic of dreams. Conversely, levels of another neurotransmitter, norepinephrine, are suppressed during REM sleep, which may explain why we don't recall our dreams upon waking. Norepinephrine is known to enhance memory formation, so its absence during REM sleep could be a protective mechanism to prevent the intrusion of dream content into our waking lives. While we've come a long way in understanding the biological basis of dreaming, there's still much we don't know. For example, researchers are still working to understand how the brain transforms basic sensory information, motor commands, and cognitive processes into the rich tapestry of dream experiences. They're also investigating the function of individual brain regions and the interplay between different networks during dreaming. With advancements in neuroimaging techniques and the development of new tools for studying the brain, we can expect to gain even deeper insights into the inner workings of dreaming in the years to come. But perhaps the most intriguing aspect of dreams is their highly personal and often symbolic nature. Our dreams can transport us to fantastical realms, where we encounter strange characters and engage in bizarre activities that defy the laws of physics and logic. Consider the common dream of being chased. On the surface, this dream may appear terrifying, but according to psychologists, it often symbolizes a fear of something in our waking lives, such as an upcoming presentation or a difficult conversation. Similarly, the dream of falling may reflect a sense of insecurity or anxiety about our progress in life. These interpretations suggest that our dreams are not merely a reflection of our brain activity, but also a manifestation of our emotional and psychological experiences. In fact, many psychologists believe that dream analysis, the process of interpreting the meaning of dreams, can provide valuable insights into our subconscious thoughts, feelings, and concerns. By exploring the symbols and narratives that populate our dreams, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the issues we may be facing in our waking lives. Of course, dream interpretation is not a one-size-fits-all approach, and different schools of thought exist. Some psychologists, for example, emphasize the importance of considering the dreamer's personal associations and cultural context when interpreting dreams. Others take a more psychodynamic approach, focusing on the underlying emotions and unconscious conflicts that may be driving dream content. Despite these differences, dream analysis remains a popular tool for individuals seeking to explore their inner selves and gain a deeper understanding of their thoughts and feelings. Whether we re-soaring through the skies with the grace of a bird or running through a dark and menacing forest, our dreams allow us to experience a wide range of emotions and confront our fears and anxieties in a safe and controlled environment. So the next time you find yourself falling, flying, or running for your life in a dream, take a moment to appreciate the complexity of your own mind and the fascinating science that makes it all possible. Just remember that if you find yourself being chased by that shadowy figure with sharp teeth and claws, it might not actually be a monster at all, but just your brain trying to teach you a valuable lesson. And if you liked this video, stay tuned for more content about the amazing human brain. Thanks for watching.